Welcome to another video presented to you by AmericanBusinessEnglish.com. You can visit our website for more tutorials by clicking on this link. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive notifications when new videos are uploaded. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn about business strategy. Take a listen to a sample discussion about online businesses, and we will review the key terms and expressions afterwards. Pay close attention to the highlighted phrases. The digital technologies have undermined barriers to entry that are traditionally brick-and-mortar stores used to enjoy. High-tech online stores leverage their technological core competency to gain momentum and challenge more established retail companies. Incumbents facing downtrends in their customer base usually fine-tune their business models and ramp up their online efforts. Some even double down on creating their online presence by shifting investments away from offline stores. However, most big established retail stores find themselves outmatched by smaller digital players that have developed cutting-edge, end-to-end technologies and implemented the best practices of the online world. There are two main drivers behind this paradigm shift. First, small, nimble websites are able to cherry-pick their niche market and often zero in on the more lucrative segments. The big retail stores, however, are supposed to offer a wider variety of products which include many low-profit margin goods. Second, small websites have acquired the know-how to create buzz by rolling out seamless social media marketing campaigns that quickly spread across the digital world. Therefore, new market entrants are often able to leverage market openings quickly and scale up fast. As a result, these businesses reach scale rapidly and are able to undercut premiums and put downward pressure on prices of legacy players. Now let's review the content sentence by sentence to see what we heard and analyze the key terms and phrases individually. Let's start with the first sentence. The digital technologies have undermined barriers to entry that the traditional brick-and-mortar stores used to enjoy. In business discussions, barrier to entry means obstacles that make it difficult to enter a given market. For example, you could say the biggest barrier to entry to the auto manufacturing sector is huge initial capital requirements. Brick-and-mortar stores means traditional storefronts that have physical presence in shopping centers. This is in contrast to online businesses who sell their merchandise on the web. Here is another example of how you can use this term. Many people prefer shopping for clothes at brick-and-mortar stores because it's hard to find the right fit and fabric in online websites. Let's move on to the next sentence. High-tech online stores leverage their technological core competency to gain momentum and challenge more established retail companies. Core competency means a key factor that sets a company apart from its competitors. Here is another example for this phrase. The core competency of Apple is to combine smart engineering products with great artistic features. To gain momentum means to become accepted or to gain popularity. For instance, you could say the social media advertising gained momentum only after Facebook was able to demonstrate its effectiveness. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. Incumbents facing downtrends in their customer base usually fine-tune their business models and ramp up their online efforts. The incumbent in business means the company that is in the lead in terms of having the highest market share or holding the most advanced technology or product. Here is another example how you can use this term. In the high-tech industry, incumbents are constantly being challenged by smaller startups. Downtrend means decline, the opposite of uptrend. For instance, we could say the current downtrend in economy is expected to be temporary. A customer base is the group of customers who repeatedly purchase the goods or services of a business. Here is another example. Amazon's customer base has grown rapidly because customers love the convenience of shopping from home. To fine-tune means to make appropriate adjustments. For instance, we could use it in the following sentence. Google is always fine-tuning its search engine in response to evolving internet landscape. Business model means the way in which a company makes money. For instance, we could say many startups during the dot-com bubble got funded despite the fact that they did not have viable business models. To ramp up means to scale up or to increase over time. Here is another example. Because our business is extremely seasonal, we need to ramp up our inventory in the winter to be able to meet the higher demand. Great, let's move on to the next sentence. Some even double down on creating their online presence by shifting investments away from offline stores. To double down on something means to invest more effort or money on it. For example, you could say the Tesla Motor Company is doubling down on its battery technology by investing $1 billion on it during the next 5 years. To shift away means to move away from something. Here is another example of its usage. Big corporations are gradually shifting away their marketing dollars from newspapers to online campaigns. Fantastic! Moving on to the next sentence. However, most big established retail stores find themselves outmatched by smaller digital players that have developed cutting-edge end-to-end technologies and implemented the best practices of the online world. To be outmatched means to be surpassed by someone else. For example, you could say there were many social networks in the early 2000s, but all of them were outmatched by Facebook when it launched in 2004. Cutting edge means top of the line. Here is another example. We need to hire the best engineers because we are planning to build a cutting edge product. End-to-end means a complete and well thought through solution. As another example, you could say, our company offers an end-to-end solution to help you with your technology requirements. Best practices means best techniques used to accomplish a goal. Here is another example. It is critical for businesses to train their representatives in best practices of customer engagement. Great, let's focus on the next sentence. There are two main drivers behind this paradigm shift. First, small, nimble websites are able to cherry-pick their niche market and often zero in on the more lucrative segments. A paradigm shift means a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions. Here is another example how you can use this term. Moving to cloud-based services was a major paradigm shift that many companies missed on. Nimble means agile, quick and light in movement or action. For example, you could say, startups are usually very nimble in responding to changes in market dynamic because their executives have less bureaucracy to deal with. To cherry-pick means to selectively choose the most beneficial items from what is available. Here is another example. Intelligent investors try to cherry-pick the best stocks to beat the market. A niche in business means a subset of the market on which a specific product is focused. Here is a good example showing you how you can use this term. There is a niche market for custom-made super sports cars, and it is growing rapidly. To zero in on means to focus on. For instance, we could say, while other companies had thousands of different product offerings, Apple zeroed in on a few items to be able to create fantastic products. Awesome! Let's analyze the next sentence. The big retail stores, however, are supposed to offer a wider variety of products, which include many low-profit margin goods. Profit margin is a measure of profitability of a company. It is defined as the ratio of profits earned to total sales over some defined period. Here is another example. Some companies tie their executive compensation to profit margins in order to motivate the executives to improve the profitability of the business. Moving on to the next sentence. Second, small websites have acquired the know-how to create buzz by rolling out seamless social media marketing campaigns that quickly spread across the digital world. Buzz means positive emotion, energy, excitement, or anticipation about a product or service. For example, we could say Steve Jobs used his amazing presentation skills to create a buzz for all Apple products. To roll out means to launch. Here is another example that shows how we can use this term. We are waiting for the approval from our CTO to roll out the new features that we have been adding to our product. Seamless means flawless and perfect. For instance, we have been working with this client for a very short amount of time, but we were able to deliver a seamless end-to-end solution. Spread across means to be distributed widely. Here is another example. The news of the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy spread across the media like a wildfire and caused panic in the market. Cool, let's analyze the next sentence. Therefore, new market entrants are often able to leverage market openings quickly and scale up fast. An entrant in business means a company that enters or joins a market segment. Consider this example. Toyota was a new entrant to the US auto market in the early 70s, but it was able to gradually capture significant market share from other exciting companies. To leverage means to utilize something to achieve a goal. Here is another example. We believe that this partnership will enable us to leverage our partner's marketing resources to capture more market share. An opening means an opportunity. For instance, rising oil prices provided a great opening for clean tech companies to raise capital. To scale up means to grow, so you could say many companies with large fixed costs strive to scale up their production to improve their profit margins. Alright, let's consider the last sentence now. As a result, these businesses reach scale rapidly and are able to undercut premiums and put downward pressure on prices of legacy players. To reach scale is another way of saying to expand, so we could say, in order to reach scale and compete with Microsoft, Apple had to hire thousands of new employees. To undercut means to offer goods or services at a lower price than a competitor. For instance, Walmart was able to undercut many other retailers by reducing its operational cost. A premium means a sum added to an ordinary price or charge. For example, consider this sentence. Many luxury car brands are able to charge premium prices because of their superior quality and service. A downward pressure means movement towards lower quantities, usually towards lower prices. Here is another example. Increased competition from online retailers have put downward pressure on prices of almost all items. Legacy means anything related to the past. For instance, we could say, many companies prefer to replace their legacy systems, but the challenge is the high cost of training employees. Congratulations, folks! We came to the end of this tutorial. Hope you found this video helpful. Please share this video with your friends on Facebook and Google+. You can also visit our website, AmericanBusinessEnglish.com, for more tutorials by clicking on this link. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you would like to receive notifications about our new video uploads.